Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Some days, some places, your options are limited. This modified motorbike seemed to be one of our few options here in Surigao. I was in Surigao. I'd been invited there by a friend for a couple days, and we were going up. We were out in the country. We had visited a cave, and now we wanted to go see a waterfalls. This guy has some wood planks on the side of his motorbike. He can carry people on those planks, or he can carry freight on those. And first, the guy wanted to charge us for a full load of people. He wanted to charge us 40 pesos a piece for 4 people. And my Filipino friend said, "No, that's not going to work. We're not going to pay for the entire load of people." And so after a short period of time, 2 more people and their 2 children decided they wanted to ride also. So it was 4 times 40. Each of them paid 40 apiece as well, I believe. Anyway, this is a road going up out of the city of Surigao, and they're not to be confused with the island of Surigao, which is about 3 hours by ferry away. Surigao is in the northeast corner of Mindanao Island, and it's a relatively large city. It's a hub. Tens of thousands of people, I think, come in during the day, which is the case with many cities in the Philippines, which are hubs. People come in to buy, to shop, to market, to sell their own goods from a very large surrounding area. And there are a number of things, sightseeing things to do, and I will be doing several videos about that. We had asked about we had been on so many roads that had been newly paved, and very good roads like this, and we asked why was that, and we were told that the tourism department has in their budget the money to build these new roads, to pave them, and that's part of the progress in the Philippines, part of the build program, and they plan to attract millions of more tourists and expats in the coming years, and this is part of the infrastructure to get ready for that. Some areas are much more built up than others. Some areas have resorts. Some areas have little in the way of housing. In fact, I did a video about a place in Barilli on Cebu Island that had very little housing in that area, very little online. The only thing I could find was like about 17 kilometers away from that area, place to book online. This road went back in here quite a ways, and it wasn't completely done. Up here ahead we're going to get into some gravel roads, a pretty rough road in a construction area, and then we'll be off pavement for quite a while actually. Most of the transportation seems to be by motorbike back here and modified motorbike. They set these things up. I've seen a couple of them with planks on the side to carry people and freight. And they've got a number of pieces, excavators, graders up in the construction zone. On the way back down, we've seen a lot of people still working on the road, and you will notice lots of houses off to the side of the road, even though we are technically in the country, in the rural area. There's a lot of people living back here, and I've said it a number of times on my different videos. By the way, I've got almost 400 videos up now. In case you're looking for information on the Philippines, go check out my other videos. But anyway, you've got the Philippines land area is about the same size as the state of Arizona or the state of Nevada. Now, the state of Arizona has about 7 million people. The Philippines has about 104 million people. So take Arizona or Nevada or another area about that size, drop 95 million people into that area and see what kind of problems you're going to have with unemployment, poverty, distribution of foods and goods. And oh yeah, off to the right here, they've got their construction camp set up there, and laying drainage tile, sewage tile. They were constructing pretty good drainage canals on either side of the road, which was important. And much of the way we've got this, we're driving on this gravel road. This trip did just get a little interesting, as occasionally we would hit some wet, little bit of muddy spots on the road, lower spots, and uneven spots, but this driver did an exceptionally well job keeping us upright, staying balanced. When we were headed back out of the area, it got a little interesting, as the regular hobble drivers, the motorbike taxis that were there were no longer there. Their bikes were there, but they were off doing, working on their farm or doing whatever else they do. They weren't available. So we thought we might have to walk, whatever it was. It must have been, it was definitely over 5 kilometers, between 5 and 10 kilometers back in there. So we started walking. Fortunately, there were a group of people. Many people have motorbikes back in there, and as we started walking, one of them came up with a motorbike, asked them if we wanted a ride. You may find it to be a good idea to pay a driver, a taxi driver, motorbike driver, jeepney driver, whatever you hire, to wait for you if you go to a site that doesn't have regular transportation. You might pay extra for them to stay there. Now, a taxi driver in Cebu City, they tell me that they charge anywhere from 350 to 400 pesos an hour to wait for you. I don't think there are any taxis in Surigao city there, and so that means you're going to use tricycles, pedicabs, jeepneys, buses, V-Hire, your different vans, lots of those running around. So you just use the options that are available, as well as motorcycle taxis, hobble drivers. And this is bringing us up to our waterfalls here. And I believe it's called Togonan Falls. And I'll show you a little bit about down the steps and a little bit about the falls here in just a couple seconds. This guy has a piece of wood as the kickstand. Everybody has to kind of sit there and balance. Well, they get that little piece of wood out there and stick it underneath the wood frame, and then you make your way off of that. There were a couple Sari stores up here, and along the way there were a number of Sari stores, very little stores where you can buy a little bit to eat, snacks, drinks, that type of thing. Togonan Falls, somebody didn't quite plan that out quite right as far as spacing, and there's the pricing. Number of levels to get down there, the stairs. Going down wasn't bad at all. Going back out was a good workout for sure. And there is the falls. There was a group of Filipinos down who had rented one of the little cottages, probably 5 or 6 of them. There were, I think, 2 or 3 local kids down there swimming for a while. I took a dip in that pool, and it was quite refreshing, quite cool. A little cooler than I cared for, but I'm sure on a hot day many of you would really appreciate that. But they had the different, what they call cottages, basically, little places to set up and bring your food. Thank you for watching. Please like, please share the video, please subscribe. Safe travels to you all, and we'll see you next time.